like for us, it always happens like as soon as we leave high school, like, oh yeah, what we go do, our future, this, that, and the third. But for you, since you've been here for a long period of time, I'm not
don't make it sound like I'm a dinosaur.
Okay. Let me rephrase. Let me clean that up a little bit. Let me clean that up.
The way he said long time ago.
Yo, welcome to the E7 Media Podcast. Here's your host, Ziyia Robson. And on my right is Jennifer Robson, a.k.a. Jenny. And in front of me is Ziyia Williams, a.k.a. Fairy Tale Z on IG. Follow her. She's a good friend of mine. But before we get started, I just wanted to say, go ahead and like, subscribe, hit that subscribe button for sure. Also hit that ring, hit that bell for the notification on there so you can get our notifications on our podcast when we post. But first thing first, I just want to say, like, it's an honor really just to talk with two beautiful women and really talk about self-development and developing self, because I know as human beings we stop developing, aka they say we stop developing, women stop developing at 18 and men stop developing at 25, like human, like body form, but our mind don't stop developing.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. Mm-hmm. We have to keep adding to it in order to get stronger and better. But before I start getting to the questions, how's everybody day, man? Like, let's if y'all have anything that y'all want to get off your chest.
I'm doing well. Thank you.
Okay. What about you, Z?
I'm feeling blessed. I'm feeling good, even though I have my days. But yeah, through the grace of God, I'm good.
Okay. Gotcha. So the first question that I want to jump straight into is, what is self-development towards y'all? And I'm gonna give my answer after y'all give your answer. But what does self-development mean to you?
It means to me like the process of learning new things and building new skills. That's what I feel like self-development is.
That's good. What about you?
Self-development to me is growth. It's am I bettering myself?
Right.
You know, am I growing? You know, if what I'm studying, what I'm learning, what I'm doing, is it helping me to be a better person,
right,
to think quicker, to make good decisions, you know, feel good about myself.
Right.
You know, it's growth to me.
Got you. Okay.
In a positive way. A positive way.
Right, you definitely got to put that in there for sure. And my answer is it's in a mix of between the both of y'all. First of all, growth and also learning. And I feel like having control and discipline is a big thing in self-development toward like how I feel about it.
Right.
Because controlling my actions and my habits and changing bad ones into good ones, I feel like though that really hits home when it comes down to self-development.
Right.
All right, I got another question for y'all. So what does it mean to like love yourself? You know, a lot of people say, oh yeah, love yourself no matter what type of bodily, like no matter what you're doing to your body or to your mind, just love yourself. Just love yourself no matter how you look, how you talk, how uneducated you are, how big you are. I can't say fat. I'm not going to say fat, but how big or big boned you are. Like I feel like what is the definition of like loving yourself?
Loving your imperfections. Knowing that we aren't meant to be perfect.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So.
Yeah, that's good.
I agree. To love your total self. And even if you're not where you need to be, just know, love yourself where you are and improve what needs to be improved.
Exactly.
You know.
So what would you say towards a person who yeah, they love their self, but they're eating fast food every single day and they're killing their bodies.
That's
Or
exactly
like,
what I would say. You killing
but they
your
love
body.
themselves though.
Right. And that could be another way of making yourself feel better is eating.
Right.
So
Or
everybody
is it-
has their ways of,
Or is it filling a void?
but
of
it also
something?
could be blinded by that.
But just because just because you're doing it, like you said, and it could be comfort for you, it don't mean that it's good for you.
That's a
Right.
fact.
You see, so let's deal with the issue that find another way to comfort yourself that's good for you.
Okay.
Right.
You see,
Okay.
because if you're overeating to the point and you're eating junk food, not only are you going to gain weight in a sense, but you're also going to get sick eventually.
Right.
So let's find another way to be comfort. You see what I'm saying?
Got you.
Yeah, yeah. Find another way to be comfort and to be conscious that, you know, even though this makes me feel good, this is not helping me.
Right.
Right.
This is not helping me.
That's right. That's right. Like it's finding the things that even though they come for you, they may not be good for you, like you said before. And also like seeing that, like some people are blinded by the good in their life when really it's like the bad. Like it's
Right.
like what
But
is it like
a
the Trojan horse?
mindset? Think about it.
It may be.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Is
a
it a
mindset?
mindset because I'm eating 10 burgers and I'm
Jesus.
saying, no, well, you know, I'm stretching it out. I'm talking about over a week,
yeah, I
okay, or
got you,
2
I got
weeks
you.
or whatever.
I got you.
But is it a mindset that I chose this and said
Mm-hmm.
it's comfort food? Because maybe I don't have enough education on what's healthy.
Yeah, maybe you're
Right.
ignorant.
You see, maybe I don't, you know what I mean? I mean,
Right.
to like sit down and eat a half a gallon of ice cream, you know, we say that's comfort food. But to someone who has an understanding of health, their comfort food might be to eat a salad or to eat a bowl of fruits, you know, and put all the different type of fruits in there. And when they eat it, not only do it give them energy, and not only is it helping the body, but maybe they like it.
Right.
And also
Yeah.
besides food, drugs.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, let's
Drugs.
talk about it. Let's talk about it because a lot of people, I know for a fact, a lot of people deal with their issues through weed. A lot, like early in the morning, late at night, in the afternoon, after work, during work.
Yes, lunch break.
Lunch break for sure.
Yeah, because I was at a grocery store. I'm not going to say the store, but, you know, because I don't want to put a bad rep out there. But, you know, I seen two of the employees outside smoking reefer. And I was like, wow, interesting. That's how you take your break. Some people might say, yeah, for
Right.
me, I don't know what it's doing for you. You see what I'm saying? That's how we make choices.
Right.
What is it
Right.
doing? What is it literally doing for you?
But I've had a conversation, and I'm sorry to cut you off, but I've had a conversation with a person who is addicted to weed, and he and she still love smoking weed. But the thing is, they say it calms their nerves.
Exactly.
It makes them
I
feel
heard that
better.
too.
It makes them feel relaxed,
At ease.
chill, at ease. They don't feel like that anxiety feeling that most people get like on a daily,
Right.
when that's actually natural. Like folks don't really understand like being
See, I don't
having
know
like that feeling, like, you know, butterflies in your stomach, like butterflies.
See, I
Like,
don't know the
that's
chemical
natural, though.
outlook. I'm not a chemist, so I don't really
I don't
Right.
know
I don't-
what
exactly.
marijuana does completely to the body.
Right,
That's
but
something
I'm
that I
going
would
off
like
of, like,
to.
people
I would like to
experience, like,
revisit
their
later
feeling.
on,
For sure.
once I do some research,
For sure.
more research on
Sure,
it.
I would love to bring on somebody who's like an expert in cannabis. Oh my god, that would
Yeah,
be a
to
great
understand
conversation.
what
Everything.
is. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
Right,
to
we can ask
understand
all
what
the-
it actually, because to my knowledge, they were saying the natural leaf, like
Yeah.
without the chemicals, they said it's not bad for you. Now, I don't want nobody
Like
quote
the hemp
me on
seed and
this,
everything, right?
and I don't want the folks,
Some of
you
the
know,
CE
I don't want them looking for me, and I'm
folks
not
the folks
encouraging
who are heavily in
nobody,
the CDC,
to grow it. But I'm
CDC.
saying in reading,
Right. Over reading articles,
articles,
and also asking people experiences on it, and actually like taking hemp seed products, because we actually have taken hemp seed products, and it actually helps some. You know, it helps some with the joints and with different things like that.
I don't know.
Right.
I gotta
But
do
I
some
know-
homework
but
on it.
But I'm just going off of personal experience,
Right,
like just
right.
personal
Yeah.
experience.
But-
I'm not giving out any type of like information.
Now,
like,
I know one answer that I know.
Mm.
What eases me is praying,
yeah,
talking with God.
Spiritual
Oh,
help.
love it.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
it is.
So what is it like to because I know like talking with God, it eases your pain, eases your thoughts, it eases everything. He gives you answers. But like, what is for a person who isn't in that spiritual I don't want to say realm, but that's that spiritual aura. Like, what is it? What is that feeling? Like, what is it? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, if somebody never experienced, they'd be like, yo, like, what is it like to pray to God and feel that? Like, what is the experience like? If I'm asking the question,
That's a good question.
I
Basically,
think-
go ahead. You can go ahead.
I think for a person, maybe say I'm not really into religion. I said the first step is learn the art of meditation.
Right.
Learn how to clear your mind. You know, learn how to take a break from the TV, from your phone. You know, take a break and really see what kind of thought. You know, a lot of times people don't realize what thoughts are in their mind because you got so many thoughts coming into your mind from everywhere. You know, you got the radio, you got the TV, you watching YouTube, you watching Netflix, you watching this, you on your phone. So it's so much that it's almost like a burnout in the mind. So what if, I would say this to a person, what if you just took a day and say, I'm not going to do any of that. I need to see what kind of thoughts is in my head, because you'd be surprised what thoughts come into your mind when you just sitting, you know, you start thinking about, you say, God, why am I thinking this? Why am I thinking that? Because those are the things that are in you. So now it's time to detox the mind.
Right.
And meditation does that. And I remember I read this book. I can't remember the name of the book, but it was talking about like find an object and see how long you can control your thoughts, right? So it's like you take an object and you look at it and you don't think about nothing else, but just focus totally on that object and see how long you can meditate.
Yo, that was in SpongeBob.
On that one object.
Oh, you remember when he said, just focus on the fire.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
that's crazy.
What? That is crazy.
I read, well, that was in a book I read when it was talking about meditation. And
Sorry.
I couldn't focus that long. I was shocked.
Yeah.
I was sitting there, and it said it only asks you to do 5 minutes without like control your thoughts.
Right, me too.
I'm gonna try that.
And see, okay, it happens to people in prayer. You'll be praying,
and you drift.
and then all of a sudden your mind drift. What am I going to eat? Then your mind drift. Oh man, my phone. And your mind drift. I got to make this phone call.
Right.
And your mind drift. Oh, in a few minutes I got to pick the kids up. So our mind is like this.
Right.
Yeah.
But the greatest, when you want to develop yourself, the greatest way to do it, it's almost like a writer. How they go out into the
into nature
and they sit and they just meditate, and believe it or not, here come thoughts,
Right.
here come thoughts.
Like that time.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
that
sorry.
time.
Go ahead.
No. I cut you off, but like that time when we went to the river walk and I was just dazing into the water. I'm like, all these different thoughts, these feelings. I started thinking about the past and the future at the same time. Like it's crazy. It's really crazy how you go into nature, how you go into the world, like the actual world, like a beautiful place, and you just sit down and you really think. No social media at all. No social media. Turn your phone off, put that thing on airplane mode, and you just sit there and you just be in your own thoughts.
Right. And I feel like my detox should be delete all social media apps for a while.
How long?
I would say it's like for 6 months. See if I can go that far. Cause I feel like that's
I don't know if I could do that. Now I'm gonna be.
But I'm saying like for my detox from
okay.
distractions, because I know I have, like, when I sit in my room, I think about all my talents and what I could be doing in my room. I have a desk. I have all these electronics that I could be using to start a business on my creativity. But it's like social media. I go on YouTube. Then it's like when I look up something like using coloring pencils, I brought like Prism Color, 150 coloring pencils. Yeah. And I was like, well, let me look at it and see how to use them. Then I was like scrolling. Then I got distracted from somebody else's night routine. I clicked on that. And it's like, I need to just focus on my talents.
Right.
Then I go straight to Instagram. And I start seeing aesthetic stuff. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
And I just be scrolling, and then I be going on the profile pages, and they just have a beautiful layout, and I'm like, oh man, I'm getting distracted again.
Yeah.
I could be like, all this time I have, and I'm by myself, I could be focusing on my work.
And that's good. That's good.
All right, we're back. We just had to take a slight break, but we're back and better than ever. But we stopped off at talking about Ziyia detox.
Right.
So I'm trying to remember exactly what you were saying about. You said completely off of social media for, you said 6 months, right?
Yes.
6 months. So that's your way of like detoxing, like refreshing your brain,
Right.
like rebooting yourself. Okay. So, Mom, what is your like way of detoxing your mind, your brain, to get back to yourself? Because in some cases you may, like, a lot of people, they may lose themselves. They may have like a midlife crisis. Right. Like they have too much going on. And it always happens, like for us, it always happens like as soon as we leave high school, like, oh yeah, what we go do, our future, this, that, and the third. But for you, since you've been here for a long period of time, I'm not
gonna make it sound like I'm a dinosaur.
Okay. Let me rephrase. Let me clean that up a little bit. Let me clean that up.
The way he said long time ago. Okay.
All right. Let me say longer time than us.
Right. Okay.
So how, because your way may be different from ours. So what is your way of detoxing your mind?
Well, one of the things that I always look at was consuming my time.
Okay.
What am I doing so much? And I say, let me take some time for me, for really for myself. And I'll cut the TV off, I'll cut the radio off, and I may just sit outside. I may take a walk. You know how people say, I just need a moment to clear my head.
Right.
What they're saying is that I need to shut everything else out, because sometimes too much can cause the mind to be staticky. You know, you're not tuning into no station. It's like a radio, and when you turn the radio on, you ain't quite got
clear
the
signal.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're not really getting the station you want.
Right.
So I meditate, I walk, I decide how long I'm going to do it. Like what she said, she wanted to do 6 months. I said I couldn't do 6 months. I tried to, for me, I need to have it as a part of my life. That means that I'll say once a week, I'm going to clear my head.
So on a consistent basis.
Right. So this is how I'm going to live my life right now. This is how I'm going to live my life. So once a week, I just need to shut everything out, meditate. I read my Bible. I just don't want to hear nothing. I shut all negativity out.
Right.
Bam.
Right.
And I mean, some people can't do it if they got to go to work and you got to hear negativity. But you know what I learned? I could hear you talking and I could shut you out. Wah.
Right.
I can actually say, you talking, but I'm not hearing.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? And I'm not going to, I'm not going to participate.
Is it listening and hearing? Because a lot of people be like, but I hear you. Oh yeah. They be like, I hear you. I ain't listening. You feel me? Like I hear you. You feel me?
But that's what I do.
It's going out one ear, it's coming out the other.
Or you just not paying them. Do you ever somebody was talking to you and you just literally was not paying them attention?
Oh yeah, I do that all the time.
You just shut
I do that
down.
all the time at my workplace.
And they'll stop. They say, "You heard what I said?" You say, "Could you repeat that?" Because that means that your thoughts, you were controlling your thought. Your thought went to a place that you wanted to think on, something you wanted to think on. So while you was talking, and maybe I don't know, maybe the person just didn't want to hear it. So they just, but that's what I do. I recommend like once a week, and some people do it every day.
Yeah, I'm definitely one of them people that do it on a daily basis, and I feel like my way of escaping people and like getting into my own mind is me. I think working out. Like, and it doesn't matter it doesn't matter if I'm either at the gym or I'm playing basketball, pickup. Like, it's just me just doing some sort of physical activity. Even just walking the track, like by myself or with a group of people like that like beautiful day. I remember we was out there before and it was just me and you.
It was
beautiful day. Weather was 75 degrees, no clouds in the sky, just sun.
Yeah.
Nobody on the track either, just us.
Oh wow. Okay.
Like, and we was just vibing. Like we was just vibing, talking, relaxing, and like, you know, I did my little laps around, like running and stuff, like just to get a good workout in. But like just us just being there and just absorbing the nature, getting fresh air, fresh mind, fresh new ideas. Like it was definitely, and I can do that every single day, honestly. That's why people who live by the lake or the beach,
it's good.
They are blessed.
They are so good. Yes,
they are.
Because they could just anytime. Like that's why. Like, man, that's why I'm like, I may not even look at Columbia University. I may go to Charleston, College of Charleston, because the beach out there, beautiful weather all the time. You have the water right there at access. You can just go sit out there, read, meditate every single day, and you can just be in your thoughts, and you can like take things. And this is another thing, a skill that people really need to learn. And we go jump into like what are some certain skill sets or habits that people need to focus on.
Right.
But a skill set that people really need to learn is taking the junk out of their brain. Right. Like learning how to like be in your thought and just dispose, like just burn it up, like burn bad habits, burn bad ideas, bad thoughts. Like if a thought comes in your head, let's get real deep. Like let's talk about depression. Like a thought comes into your head and and the thought be like, yo, do people really care if I die? Burn that.
Right.
Burn that.
Exactly.
Oh my, what? Burn that thought. As soon as you get that thought, you be like, man, I rebuke that. Ain't no, man, what? People, I got my mom, my dad, I got this person care about me. I got friends that I love talking to. Man, people care about me. Automatically defend yourself when a thought like that comes in your head to blow you, to like take a jab in your self-development, in your self-confidence? Automatically fight back. I feel like that's an automatic skill that people really need to develop, is to burn stuff and to defend themselves and defend their thoughts and have control over their thoughts. Mm-hmm. But since we're on the topic of skills and habits, let's talk about it. What are some habits or skills that y'all use on a day-to-day basis or weekly basis that y'all like consistently do to improve yourselves every single day? And it can be very simple.
Well, one of the things that I don't follow the 1, 2, 3 step.
Okay.
Because I believe that each one of us, we're just different. We're different.
Right.
And because sometimes when we want to follow the 1, 2, 3 steps somebody put out there, it's a lot of other things that go into play. First of all, my life is not your life.
Right.
My mother and father may not be like your mother and father. Maybe you came out of a single household.
That's true.
Maybe you came out of a household with a mother and father. Maybe there was some abuse there.
That's
Maybe
true.
there wasn't no abuse there. Maybe you the only child. Maybe it was 10 of y'all. So our whole makeup is different. Mm-hmm. So whenever I think
mm-hmm.
of what's good for me, I have to look at all the dynamics of my life.
Right.
You see, I have to look at, okay, I'm like this, I'm like that. And the first thing I think you got to look at your strength and your weaknesses. People say, just build on your strength. But if you don't know your weaknesses, it's like having a chain. And the chain is strong, but there's a weak spot. So we won't know it until we get to things start pulling.
Right.
And then it pop.
Ooh, yeah, that's
and then
good.
It pop. So that's what happened to people. You got to study your weak spots, right, and say, I need to change this about myself. So what I may say may work for me, maybe something different may work for you. But we all self-developing. We all growing.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You follow me?
Yeah.
So what I do, like I said, I meditate. I meditate. A person may say, I can't really meditate, but I like reading. Mm-hmm. I said, well, then read. Some people say, I like listening. Some people say, I like watching things. When I watch something, it helps me. Some people say, when I hear something, it helps me. Some people are audio. They got to hear things. You see? So you have to, when you start to master self and you start to realize what works for you, then that's the area you start to develop. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because everybody like to feel like they got this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 step that will get you there. That's not.
Right.
That's why a lot of times people say, "Well, I did that; it didn't work for me," because there's a different makeup in you than it is for me.
That's right.
You see, so 1, 2, 3, fine. If that works for you, but I tried that. That ain't working. That's not working. So meditation works for me. She just said 6 months off her phone apps will work for her. Mm-hmm. But that don't work for me. You know why? Because when I'm on my phone, I'm totally focused. If I'm watching something, I'm going to watch it to the end. If it interests me and I'm learning from it, I won't click on something else and go somewhere else, because this is what I want to watch. My son will tell you, I put on videos and they'll be 3 hours long, and he'll leave and come back and I'm still eating on that video. Where some people say 3 hours, he said to me, I can't do it. But my way of learning and meditating is different from his.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
you see what I'm saying? So each person just got to find that that thing that worked for you.
Right.
And stop worrying about how everybody else is doing it. That's
Yeah.
why the world right now, people so messed up because everybody just want to be a copycat.
Right.
What about you just finding what works for you? It don't matter what people are doing on the video. I don't know you.
That's a fact. Hey.
You
Right,
know,
and-
you. I don't know you, so I have to find out what works for
Yeah, you gotta find
me.
You gotta
Right.
find your own way, your own strategy of doing
Right,
it.
what works for you.
Yeah.
You see what works for you. You know, I get so excited. Y'all,
Yeah.
y'all don't mind me.
And it's like the big, easy thing that people will focus on is drama. What he or she said. And just spreading it. That'd be the most like easiest thing that they'll focus on.
But are you focusing on you? Because drama usually ain't about you.
No, it ain't.
You
It
see
ain't
what I'm
about me.
saying?
But as I see it all around, like what I see, and I'm like, wow, like you could be having like so much talent that you could be focusing on, but you too busy focusing on Bon Quickly, on what she talking about, and you all up in it, and you know what I'm saying. So it's like she was saying, you gotta just focus on what we.
If you focus on yourself,
Right.
oh my goodness, focus on keep making you better.
I remember watching a video like that. Grant Cardone came out. He said, "Man, I was broke when I was 25. Now I'm 65 and I'm a billionaire." But he was like, the number one thing that I focused on was myself. I didn't focus on nobody else. I didn't care about what anybody else got going on.
Right.
I just wanted to focus and make myself better for the later future. And he took steps, and look where he at now. He's part of the 1% club because he focused on who? He focused on himself. And if you're watching or listening on any other pod, like any other distribution, or even on YouTube or Instagram, like focus on yourself, honestly. Because if you focus on yourself, you can find your purpose. Like what we had the podcast on purpose. But focusing on yourself, you'll find purpose. You'll find
focus on yourself.
Focus on yourself. You'll find purpose. You will find you will get closer to your dreams and goals. You will get to your higher self. Like as people be saying, high level, man, that stuff is bull crap sometimes. But like you could be on that higher level as a person, mindset wise, body wise, relationship wise,
right,
wealth wise, family oriented wise, just all types of stuff, even ownership. Like we talk about finance, but ownership, like finance, like you get deep. Like I feel like my first thing when it came down to like actually like moving in towards like self-development and my higher self was like getting my body right, like losing weight, because I was big during COVID, but now I'm but we both followed a path that we started with health, and now we're starting to like actual like what we really want to be into. We're moving into our skill set, and now we're turning our skill sets into businesses, which will lead into financial prosperity. And then sooner or later, you'll probably find somebody who you will meet or love. And then now you get into more like family oriented. It's like, it's a path, and everybody have the same path. Like,
right.
I noticed
And
that like not
every
everybody
moment,
has the same path,
path.
but it's like it's the same, almost the same model for a lot of people. Like it's like health, finance, relationship, freedom. Health, finance, or either finance, it'd be finance, family, health, and then freedom. Like it's those three things all the time.
But think about it though. Social media. That's what's putting a highlight on that.
Yeah.
those reels.
Yeah.
And people be getting like creativity on them. They be like,
Uh-huh.
"Ooh, I want to do that.
Yeah.
Let me focus on what what I need to do to build up this money or build up on my health, get fit." You know. And I also feel as like when you working on your path, sometimes the progress creeps up on you and shock you, like, but it feels good because you was focused on what you was doing. You get what I'm saying? And it's like you hit the gym, right? And all of a sudden you got like tone up in here. But some people, they don't really like pay attention to it because the gym, they love it. It's like a little routine to them. That's what they do. And it's like, whoa, wait a minute. Okay, I'm looking good. Yeah. So it's like that creep up progress. It feels good.
It's like your tunnel vision. You don't
diligence.
Even see
That's the diligence.
It's like your tunnel vision. You don't even see the consistency of it, and you're doing it. You don't see the results until you actually like really look in the mirror.
Yeah, actually start looking like, whoa,
like,
okay.
Dang, look at all the stuff I really accomplished.
But that comes from discipline, because that's the first key, to be disciplined, to be consistent.
Yeah.
You see, then you get the result.
I should have said consistency, discipline, and what was the other one? What was the other one? I can't remember. Oh man, I'm having so many thoughts. But like the consistency got to be in there too.
Diligent.
And,
it's
diligent.
The same thing.
You definitely got to put that. You definitely got to implement that. But do y'all have any questions? Because like my questions, I don't want to backtrack on like what we have discussed. The conversation has been flowing, so if y'all have any questions, like go ahead. Like,
no, I have no questions. I just say moving forward is that the main thing is focusing on yourself. That's the first thing I would say to anybody. Focus on yourself. Focus on your strength. Focus and see what your weaknesses are and build them up. And in the process, don't dislike where you are. You know, just know that this is self-development. I have to do better at this. And if you don't feel like you have strength, find a partner. Find someone that can hold you accountable. You know, that can say to you, we set these goals, let's achieve them. We want to lose weight, let's lose it together. We want to eat right. Find somebody that eat right already that can make you accountable on what you eat, so that you don't have high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, heart disease, you know, all of these things that will eventually, if you don't take care of it, it could take you out. Right. You know, find books. If you're a reader, I think everybody should read. Because reading, what it does, it draws pictures in your mind. Yeah. Your own pictures, how you seen it, not from TV, but how you see it. You know. That's
another part of self-development, but that could be another video where like in self-development, developing yourself, you got to educate yourself. That's where you say you have to learn. Right. You have to learn, you have to grow. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's my input. I think that I think for anyone who say, you know, I want to do something to better myself, start at looking at yourself and don't despise yourself because you're not where you want to be. Right. Don't despise yourself. Right. You know, if you don't read, don't say I don't read. No, I don't read, but I think I'm going to read maybe a page a day. Let me build this habit of continuously, so it become a part of who I am. Right. I don't exercise, walk. I'm gonna walk 10 minutes every day. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to try to take the mountain on, but you could take small steps. I'm gonna walk 10 minutes every day. You know, and then after I get to an hour, maybe I'll go to the gym now. Because, see, I got a routine going. Now that I got this routine going, I'm going to get on the treadmill because psychologically I have conditioned myself to walk for 30 minutes. So I could get on the treadmill and walk for 30 minutes. You see? Yeah. Right. And so it's just taking small steps.
Small baby steps.
Right. Into it. That fits you. You may be able, like he jogs I'm not a jogger. I don't feel like I'm losing anything because I don't jog. I just walk, and that's what I do, and I'm comfortable in myself to say this is what I do.
Right.
I feel like
know?
it was a quote in my head. It was I feel like small progress is better than no progress. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
absolutely,
if you just make them small adjustments and watching them small adjustments can be exactly what you need.
Absolutely,
it can grow, and it's like it is okay to start at that beginning level.
Absolutely,
You got you give yourself a pat on the back.
Yes,
show yourself appreciation for that beginner level because that's how you can grow to that high level.
I promise you, man.
Saying?
I was happy when I was starting making my bed up every single day. Man, that's just a little small adjustment.
Because it's so much like into those levels that can just build you up for the next level.
And never compare yourself to somebody else's success.
Exactly.
That's where people get
disappointed and depressed
because they and social media is messing a lot of people up because you start to compare yourself to somebody. Say, I want to do that. I want to do that. No, do you do what you do?
They be like, damn,
and do it at your pace.
Right.
You see, just be consistent. Just because if you run 5 miles, a blessing. You know, I may not even run a half a mile. I may walk it out. But I still feel good because this is my accomplishment.
They were like, dang, man, this is this man.
That's how you have to look at this is my accomplishment. I'm giving myself permission to do the walk. And I'm not comparing because when we be out there, like I said, he jogs. So he's jogging. He jogged past me. I'm still walking, and I feel good. And there's others out there they jog, and then there's those who that's out there that's walking, and I'm feeling really good. I'm like, and I'm the sun and the air, and but that's my accomplishment. If I go around there 8 times, and that's what I said I was going to do, and somebody else do 15, I don't feel any less.
Right.
I don't feel any less. That once you understand that, I'm telling you, you live a lot better. Don't look at those people on the social media. First of all, you don't know what they go through. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know what they're going through.
Yes.
You don't even know if it's true.
Exactly.
They be like, dang, like, this is, man, third country. This man
all
over the world.
How you know it ain't a green screen?
Right. How you know it ain't an app?
Right. Exactly. So,
it may be fake, but everybody got their own pace. That's what you gotta understand.
And you gotta love yourself.
You know what I'm saying? Walt Disney, he didn't find no. It was the dude who created Universal Studios. He didn't start really jumping into his passion when creating the studio till he was like 40 years old. You know what I'm saying? He was middle age.
With Ray Kroc with McDonald's.
Ray Kroc.
He was up
Walt
there.
Disney. Like
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Exactly.
Wow.
He was 65, 66 around there.
I don't know the age, but
I don't know the age.
I know he was over 40.
Yeah, he was. I think. Yeah. He was over 40. He was old.
And speaking of that, also age. They put age into success. Not thinking like just focus on what you want to do. Don't focus on your age set. Because you over here talking about, oh, I'm in my 20s. I need to hurry up and do this, do that. So when I'm this, I can have this. No.
I ain't gonna lie, I'll be doing that. I'll be doing that sometimes. I gotta admit, I be feeling
focus on the present. Keep doing what you're doing and just let it flow. Because once you think like that, and when it's time, when it gets there, and it don't happen, you can get frustrated.
And I've run into a lot of young people. I had someone, she's 35. She said, I thought I would be further along. And she was really, literally feeling depressed. Her whole conversation. And I said, why are you not grateful you are where you are? Do you know there's someone that's doing less? Mm-hmm. I said, and if you're not pleased with it, I said, then change what you're doing. Let's talk about your habits. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about what you're doing. You think you should be further along, but you spend 5 hours watching TV. So how long you gonna get?
Right. Exactly.
You know, let's watch TV for an hour and give the other 4 hours to wherever you trying to go. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know, look at yourself. Don't be depressed at it. Mm-hmm. Just know that you're not doing maybe what you need to do. And even if you're doing what you need to do, you keep doing it because consistency will help you achieve that level that you're striving for. Maybe you won't get it at 35. Maybe you won't get it at 40. Maybe you'll get it at 45, but you will get it.
And through that, we create that story. To tell others.
Absolutely.
Like,
absolutely.
It's a beautiful story, though.
Yes.
You can be like, wow. And I'm over here rushing.
Exactly. Exactly.
Right. But I guess this is the end of the conversation. I'm guessing. Yes. Yeah. So this is the end of the conversation. Please like, subscribe, comment.
Click that bell.
Exactly. Click that bell for notifications. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, follow us on our Instagram. Everything's gonna be in the description. I'm not gonna list our whole like social media. It's probably gonna be like a link tree on YouTube that you can just hit and you can just follow us. But this is the Studio E7 media. You know, this is what we gonna be doing. So and I love this. I love the energy that we had. I love the conversation that we had. Also follow go ahead and shout your social media out.
You can follow me on Instagram, Ziyia _PYT, ZIYIA
Go follow that.
Got some awesome artwork that's coming out.
But
that's right.
Like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, ding ding ding. You know what I'm saying? And we're pretty much out. Appreciate y'all for listening and tuning in. See y'all in the next video.